Hello and welcome to part 1 of our entry webinar series for the 2016 Effie UK competition. This webinar will take you through the basic entry information and requirements. The second webinar in this series, titled How to Write an Effective Entry, will outline what judges are looking for in the written case and creative reel. Just a brief overview. Effie has competitions all over the world, including regional competitions. If you work running countries outside the UK, you may be eligible for those competitions. You can find links to all of our partner organisations on our website www.effieuk.org. On to the United Kingdom competition then. Within the Effie UK competition, there are over 30 categories, including several speciality categories like business challenges and speciality audiences. The awards ceremony for the 2016 Effie UK Awards Competition will be held in May 2016 in London. Exact date and location will be confirmed on our website in early 2016. There are 3 entry submission deadlines. The entry fee increases as each deadline passes. This year's deadlines range from 27th of November 2015 through to 8th of January 2016. The deadline you submit has no bearing on judging. This is a glimpse of our judging schedule and when you can expect to hear about the status of your case. Round 1 judging will take place in February 2016. Entrants will find out if they've moved on to the final round of judging in March 2016. Final round judging also takes place in March 2016. Finalists will find out whether or not they've won in April 2016, as not all finalists become winners. Winners will be announced in May 2016. Now we've come to eligibility. Any and all forms of consumer engagement and marketing communications are eligible to enter Effie Awards competition. You can use any combination of mediums. There are no restrictions on how many you must use. Both B2B and B2C efforts are eligible across all categories. Your case must have run between 1st of April 2014 and 30th of September 2015. It is okay for your case to have started before this date and for it to continue on after 30th of September 2015. However, you may not include any results in your case after 30th of September 2015. Including results past the eligibility period is one of the top reasons for disqualification. In Effie UK Awards Competition, you may enter one product or service category, but you may enter as many speciality categories as you qualify for. Additionally, if you are entering an effort into multiple categories, judges appreciate when appropriate customization is done for each category. In the final round of judging, you are going up against the other finalists in your category, so you need to be sure your entry speaks to the category definition. Some categories have specific requirements outlined that need to be addressed in the entry. Again, we have a large number of categories. Here is a very brief glimpse at some of them. You can find the full listing in our Entry Rules and Regulations guide or online. We also have many speciality categories, including business challenges, speciality audiences, media awards, and some other categories that you can see here. A full list is again available in the Entry Rules and Regulations guide and online. Now we'll go through a quick rundown of the judging process. Effie looks for judges across all types of companies: traditional agencies, PR agencies, media agencies, advertisers, and for people with a variety of disciplines: strategy, creative, planning, media. Here you can see the breakdown of the 4 scoring sections. Your creative reel is part of the bringing the idea to life section. You can see here that the results are weighed most heavily. Scoring is done anonymously, and all judges sign confidentiality statements and cannot remove case studies from the judging room. In round 1, each judge views cases on a laptop and sees a random selection of cases across a variety of categories. Judges are prevented from seeing cases from their own company. Because judges are seeing 10 to 15 10-page cases in a judging session, clear and concise entries are very important. Finalists are judged in the final round within their category. So one group of judges will review all finalists in the travel category, for example. Judges discuss the cases and then individually submit scores. Grand contenders are chosen based on their scores in final round. The highest scoring entries are considered, and grand judges will meet on the day of the awards ceremony in May 2016 to determine the winner. As soon as the online entry area is opened, we encourage you to start your entry there so that we have a record of your intent to enter and can contact you with any relevant competition updates. You can edit anything in your online entry at any point until you click Submit. Credits cannot be removed or replaced after time of entry. If a second agency deserves equal recognition as your own, you may designate them as an additional lead agency. If there is a second client on the case, you could also credit them. If you do not include a second lead agency, you cannot add them after time of submission. You can add contributing agencies if you did not use all 4 spots allocated to contributing agencies, but the selection of whether or not an agency is considered a second lead agency is final at time of entry. Credit additions or formatting changes after time of entry will require £200 payment. Many entrants are concerned about confidentiality. All judges sign confidentiality agreements and cannot remove materials from the judging room. Data may also be indexed if that provides more comfort. At time of entry, you will also be able to select your publication permission settings for the written case. You may choose to allow Effie to publish your entry, publish an editing version, or to not publish ever. However, if your case is a finalist or winner, your creative reel will be published. There should be no concern with this, as results cannot be included in the reel, and you're showing the work that ran in the marketplace. Confidential information should be kept to the written entry. In addition to the written entry, there are creative materials that need to be submitted as well. Your creative reel should show your creative work as it ran in the marketplace. It needs to have at least one example of each integral communication touchpoint. You may only edit down video clips that are longer than 90 seconds. This is because judges are looking to see your work as it ran in the marketplace, so if something is edited, they are not getting the full experience. Judges read your written case before watching the creative reel, so it is not encouraged to retell the story that was told in the written entry in the reel. Judges are looking to view your creative work and are often frustrated when too much time is spent on setup and not enough time on showing examples of the work. Another top reason for disqualification is including results in the creative reel. Results, including social media metrics, must be kept to the written case. You may use voiceover and text to better explain your work. However, you do need the rights to everything you include. Do not include agency names or logos anywhere in your entry. This includes your video too. Competitive work also should not be shown. This is for judges to view your work, not your competitors. You are required to upload 1 to 2 images of your work for use in round 1 judging. If you have anything in your video that judges would benefit from seeing as a still image, this is where you would upload that. We also request files for publicity that will be used if your entry is a finalist or winner. To wrap up, we'll look at some final words of wisdom. For more of this sort of information, please review the advice from the jury document and the second webinar in this series. Be direct and concise. Present information in a storytelling manner. Source your data and review the reasons for disqualification. More entries than we would like come in with typos, so please double check for this, as judges do not like it. It is critical to provide dates for all data presented and to provide context throughout the written entry form. Do not retrofit results and be sure to explain unfamiliar terms. Even if you have no answer for a question in the entry form, you do need to write not applicable for that question. Judges may not have a background in your particular category, so it's important to share that context with them. Effie is an agency blind competition, so do not include agency information on your entry form, including the sourcing or in the creative work. You're encouraged to hold a mock judging session at your company to have your colleagues tell you where your entry is weak, confusing, falls in interest. It may also be helpful to reach out to past judges at your company for guidance. Reviewing past winning case studies may also help you understand what it takes to win and effective ways to present your data. Complementary case studies are provided in the entry materials, and you can see more examples in our case study database. After this presentation, it may be helpful to visit Effie Winners Showcase and read these case studies. Each of these case studies were highly scoring in recent competitions around the world. Review these cases and the advice from the jury document side by side. You should be able to see how the judge comments and what you see in these cases correspond. This may give you some guidance on how to effectively present your case. And finally, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact us. Good luck.